Comms all-time high.
Your
Team going
one
refinery.
team refinery.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Look how happy they are. It's so like it's such a polar opposite from every other team. Every other team would just be like, oh, there's a team, so and so, whatever. Watch out for them. But only complexity gets very happy about a team landing near them. When you pushed into a refinery, because your drop is contested, why doesn't this team just land on Monsoon since it's also solo dropping? It's just if the team is so. That can be a strategy, absolutely, Enes, but that comes down to that team's confidence. Every team knows that this is going to be complexity. So the problem with like 3-man dropping on somebody like Monsoon or just in a place like Survey is if they 3-man drop and they say punch Monsoon out or they kill Monsoon, great. But they have to deal with Reptar and Lu, who are going to have better loot than they probably will. Survey is not great for a full 3-man team to land there. So, it's not the greatest idea to drop there as a 3-man. They could. Some teams could get away doing that, but it's a matter of do you want to potentially throw your tournament away for just getting an early kill point that you wanted to get. You know? Then Lu and fucking Reptar could easily just go and start looting Refinery. They can loot all of that B, they can loot all of Refinery and then balloon back to Monsoon if they really wanted to. And grab that banner. So, you could do it. It's certainly a strategy. There are some teams that do that. But, it's a matter of, like, do you really want to do it to this? Right?
Where at?
On the pills on top,
Alright,
on the yellow cylinder. Right here. Come on,
Get ready for him.
God, that's a stack
Yeah,
fucking
it's
problem
It's
already.
a crypto. Yeah, it's a crypto.
Ready for him to loot this.
Yeah, I'm holding an angle on that.
He jumped down on tracks. I hit him for 40 perp. Almost cracked the perp.
No, I'm perp. Alright, well, it's a fucking crypto team, so I'm down to just fucking eight.
Yeah.
Down, I just want blue armor basically. Or white
I'm
armor.
gonna get
He's
on
in
the roof
here.
here, Lou. I'm gonna get on the roof, Lou.
Yeah, I'm walking
If
across.
they're trying to go up, what's going on?
They're on my side, the opposite of my side.
So the
So they're
opposite
coming
corner.
up to you, yeah.
Okay.
No, they're out east, I believe.
Yeah, they
They're
ran out.
cryptoing.
Oh, the drone, baby.
They're below me. He knows I'm on white evo. Hoping he saw.
No shots?
Wraith is right there. Where's the scripters right now?
No idea.
It's inside.
Yeah, it's right here. It's a jibby. They're all in this corner.
I'm R starting. Yeah, I'm gonna drop down one. Nade spamming. Cracked one.
I'm doing so much damage to them.
Waiting to drop me intel and I'm dropping it.
Knocked one.
On your head, Mon.
Knocked two.
I can't see.
Hold on.
Good fucking shit, boys. Purple here, fresh. I'm not gonna.
Lou, grab that. Or you're
I
on
dropped
purple.
energy. I dropped energy.
Here's 60
Yeah, grab that
energy
purple.
right here.
Grab that
God, complexity. You guys, if you guys
There's a
keep
blue
shitting
here,
on it,
blue
on whatever
here. Oh,
team
yeah,
comes
I'm
Refinery, they're gonna stop. People are gonna stop coming Refinery. Crypto and Jibby? I mean, I think it's better than Crypto and not Jibby. I think if you're gonna play Crypto, you have to probably
any
replace
sniper
Watson.
ammo anywhere? I guess that's the only thing I need.
You could probably play with Jibby, but I think there's actually a lot of merit to
I
replacing
don't wanna
Watson
wait.
with
I got 16
Crypto
here.
if you play
no.
Crypto.
We
But
should go
even
this way
then,
towards sorting factory because this one looks a little bit
I
more.
wouldn't do it, obviously.
Yep, I have 34 charge shots. That should be plenty.
There's people here.
Like, you know? Okay.
Under, I think. Yeah, under. I'm looking at him. Bird path. One blue Evo.
Right here on the roof. 47. Cracked.
Path is crossing right here.
Wait, am I down? On the roof.
Nice.
Path is one, bro. Path is one.
Don't peek.
That's
Alright, path is literally one.
I cracked him below, Mon.
Stay alive, Mon. Stay alive.
I got one.
Can we stick res?
Yeah, I'm coming to stick res, Mon.
We're rezzing.
Got him up.
Nice.
what do they do? Damn.
My wingman's been fucking on.
I'm gonna zone. Actually, I'm just gonna
Charge
go
the guy on
inside.
the roof for 100.
They're fighting on the other side.
Can I loot?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I was
This is
greedy
last
for
game,
that
yes.
fucking path kill. I thought that the guy who was shooting at me. Did you have an angle on him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then that's why they lost the fight because you fucking greeted.
I hit him for 90
Good.
red on roof.
Because I knew someone. I was like, how is he shooting at me when you guys can see him, but you were shitting on him while he was shooting.
I
me.
hit him for 90 before he started shooting at you.
Yeah, I don't know. He literally just hard greeted for the fucking. I'm picking up this blue Evo. Oh,
They're
they are
fighting big,
hard
fighting
fighting. Yeah, let's go. Look for bombardment fucking knocks. Is that them?
I don't know. I'm gonna take you to the roof.
Me and Lou standing on it.
I love this playstyle, man. Like, there's not much to fucking like. I feel like there's really not much to VOD review here.
Well, then it's a 3-team
It's just
fight,
simple,
bro.
like talking
Sentinels
about
was
their
there,
fights.
Noct was there, and TSM.
They're right here, right here, right here.
They're getting shit on. They TP'd out.
Took TP. Back into mushroom. Back into mushroom.
Okay.
They're on blue Evo, 2 of them, I think.
I cracked one inside.
60 gold on Wraith in the trailer here.
Yeah, yeah.
50 blue on Waddy. Oh, I'm not looking at you guys. Coming to you guys. I was looking at trailer.
Look at zone, look at zone. That's not taken, that is not taken.
We want to get up. We want to get the fuck up there then.
Is there any chance we can balloon?
That's stuff, yeah. Got the balloon.
Let's at least walk over to the
Fuck
spot.
it, let's do it. I don't care. Unless there's anybody. There might be someone in the fucking trailer.
No, there's a
That's
team
on
up
the
there. There's a guy up there. There's already a guy up there.
What about inside these buildings? Yeah, there's team. No team there, no team there.
Alright, we don't have TP.
This team dropped down right here. This team dropped down right here.
Yeah, they're going for it. I'm gonna look for a kill.
I wish I didn't drop.
This is the one reason why the Prowler is kind of rough.
I cracked.
It's hard. It's
cracked
definitely
two
a
of them.
hard
Go back up.
hit long range.
I'm
I
pretty
like
sure
the Prowler
still here.
a lot, but I don't think
This is
it's
a good spot. Yeah.
mid to long range.
We got
It's rough.
charge.
Yeah, I got 26
We can
charge. 29 charge.
take fucking mushroom. Take mushroom.
Yeah, might as well, right?
And then we can start.
Hermit crab, baby.
Close south here.
Gibraltar team special.
Don't use all your sniper ammo because we need you for
Yeah,
fights
no.
and shit.
There's energy right here.
Nice. I still have 28 shots.
Remember, Sentinels was over here.
I have 180 energy. Can't
Sentinels
carry.
is down one.
They're,
No?
they're close. They're close. On the roof. On the roof.
Up and another team hermit crabbing their
I thought
roof.
Sentinels was down one, but I don't know.
Yeah, Crust got finished.
Are you 100% like you put your life on it? Yeah, I wouldn't either. So I don't know then.
I only see 2. I see Path who's hit 50. And, I see 3. I see 3.
Yeah, there's 3.
Yeah.
Can you take my armor rep so you can get it up?
Try to speed it up here a little bit.
Right here.
This is a team that we can gatekeep here as well.
Yeah, 100%. Just can't go down. Over here, there's a guy. Watson. Watson right here. Watson right here. Broke him.
Oh wow, nice shots for fucking long ass range
Yeah,
Prowler.
I'm crossing. I'm fucking crossing.
No,
just one, just one.
No, we stay.
I cracked him again.
I'm not throwing.
That would have been a good kill though. It's just the Watson. He's
It's
solo.
fine if one of us does it. We can't all do it.
Well, I think
How long on TP, Mon?
Yeah, he's right here.
it's just one guy, man.
I mean, I can look for solo. But
Yeah.
You guys cannot.
He's crossing. He's crossing. Broke him.
Hit him 50 flash.
I couldn't.
They're fighting over here as well.
You want to go and take trailer?
Yeah. Peach and them are fighting.
I definitely
Peach and
agree
them
with
are
that
fighting.
call.
They got
Definitely
finished.
all
3
of them
threes
should
there.
have
2
gone
3
for
threes there.
Well, maybe.
Chill,
We might have given them a little
They're
bit of an
fighting
in there
again,
on
they're
some
fighting
of them in the
again.
circle.
Yes, we
But
can.
again, they don't really care about getting into the circle. That's the big
Fight.
thing.
They're
It's all
committing. They're
about-
hard committing.
It's all about just fighting for them.
He's one. I'm nading him.
Watch him well. They're all one. They're all one.
He's gonna die to my nade. He died.
I'm taking TP.
Man,
No, he's good. He's good. They're in bub.
I took it back.
come through, man.
No, I'm taking it. 11.
Give me hit 30 on.
Not Skibby. I'm going around.
Big calls
Get
though.
out now.
Calling him back into the calling him back into
Over
the
here.
what's it called? The portal.
I'm chasing for this kill, man.
Yeah, I can look at front, but we're getting thirded by another team.
Yeah, southeast.
I cracked him.
Why didn't take the gold?
He's dropping all his shit.
I mean, red on Jibby is pretty fucking not wild.
I have no
Cannot
shield.
lie.
They're to my right.
Yeah, it's fine. Just come. We can heal and storm. I can
I know.
TP back. Come inside. Come inside to the left. I can TP
I had to
back
pop a
into
bat.
the fucking-
I think we're good. I don't think they're holding us. They were to our right.
Yeah, they were on the.
I
stairs.
bet you Peach's team
They're not
was
holding
pissed.
us. I'm crossing here.
At Complexity literally pushing it
You're
in zone
totally
for
good.
that.
We have all this. We can take the RV to the left. Is RV
Hoping
in?
from on, yeah. I mean, that
I think RV might
gold
be in
armor
next
would have been huge.
Did you get the kill on him?
Yeah. No.
RV's in. RV's
No.
in.
I just got it.
We got it. Nice. I'm crossing.
Yeah, hold up.
I'm gonna wait for you guys. I accidentally dropped down, but it's fine. I'll just walk it. But yeah, RV's good. What can we
Did
play
team go
after
down?
RV
I
though?
don't think team went down when he died.
I don't think team is alive. Oh, team doesn't play the fucking game, dude.
Teen?
No, I said team did not go
Oh,
down.
I was
Oh,
about to say.
team.
They're
I was gonna say,
fighting over here
I thought he
on
said
the
teen
west.
as well, like
There's
teenage.
only 13 squads up. If we can third party,
Like
we're
homie.
just taking out more
Teenage
and
is
more
not on that
teams.
team anymore.
Wait, I'm over
don't
here,
have-
guys.
Yeah, I know you're over
RV's
there, but we're
in.
just gonna look.
Do you want to go RV then?
Yeah, go
Like,
RV.
RV's
just hit
in.
that guy. I just fucking headied that guy.
Shoot this Watson, man. Might have a free kill. Oh, the Watson right there.
Yep. Looking.
I hit her
They're
for
so
like
split.
40 flash.
I'm just getting a little.
Very
Get
instant
the
split.
blue, get
Yeah,
the
I'm
blue.
getting blue. I'm going.
good, baby. I'm gonna make sure there's nothing ever is gonna happen to you that's bad. I'm gonna make sure.
There's no one in here, I don't think.
Take it then.
Yeah,
I don't see anybody.
There's nobody in here. Oh, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Wow.
This is so free, bro. How many kills do we have? I have 4 KP.
I have
one.
3. I have fucking
Oh,
17. I have
that's fucking
17 kills.
That's 8 KP already.
That's
This is a good
like
game, bro. This
32,
is our
that's
game.
32, 35,
Yeah, it is, yeah, Josh.
30,
This is our game.
30. I'm picking up nades over here.
Yep. Any sniper ammo?
What? Oh,
Rez!
Where's this?
That might be crusting them, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking free KP.
Yep,
No,
let's go.
no. They have to rotate into us.
I know, but
we
where-
should not give up. We should not.
Can we go mushroom?
give up. I promise you, I don't think we should give up, guys. They
Okay.
will.
It is risky
ultimately come
business.
into us.
Yeah, for sure.
But he got both banners, 100%.
Oh my god, sniper ammo. I can play the fucking video game.
No one's playing any of this shit here. Is there anywhere we can
Yeah.
play?
I mean, up top, is that even possible?
I don't know. I feel like that spot's shit. I'm gonna look for a knock in
like
here.
tree?
They're playing the roof right
It's
here.
only really good right at the end.
What about on the left southwest here?
I got red.
I'm gonna look.
There's a Gibby team here.
Yo, I'm looking at them. That's them right there. That's them right there.
Yep.
I'm looking at them. They dropped down right here.
Yep. Let's focus on that.
I cracked the Wraith.
Good shit.
Wraith is one.
I'm forcing bubble.
Hold on, Blue. Don't go out. Don't
I'm
go out.
not. I'm
TP,
chilling, bro. I'm chilling. They're out on us right
He
here.
totally was.
They have their loot. They
I'm
have their
not,
loot.
I'm not, and then turned it back.
Hey, 142.
Hit 130 flush.
Yep, I gotta back up.
Make sure we have our building.
We can just get wide angles.
They're not in here.
That's the only thing I can really fucking think of.
No.
It's so impressive about the team. Aside from obviously
They're
like
gonna
their
have to
mechanical
move into
skills,
it.
just how much they listen to each other on comms, and no matter what, they don't ever like push back.
They're
on
in.
each
They're in.
other.
They're in. I'm going back. They're in.
Somebody says something, they
Going.
immediately listen to it.
Can we take mid? Or under mid or something? Can you look for it up there?
Yeah, I
Look
can
for
definitely
TP?
look. I'm gonna TP right now, okay?
Yep.
Yep.
We just
Team
went down
from
to
the
Kofi.
team from the south, Mon, is looking to move in.
Okay.
Just look for a good spot. If it's not good, we can just walk in and play under late. I took TP automatically.
Yeah.
I think we're fine here if we set up, right?
Can we just take up top?
Yeah, we can.
This spot is definitely going to be very good once the
If we
circle
need to take
closes.
TP, we do. We don't
Right
have to
now, it
play
could be a
this. We
little
don't
bit
have to.
risky.
This spot's sort of shit, bro.
Yeah, I agree
We
with
can
that.
always play fucking west.
Start setting up fences and shit. I think we're
Getting
fine.
over here.
We actually did a
47
listen in on
Hey,
complexity.
Amon, try
here.
not to agitate anybody, because the more people we shoot, the more people are gonna want to shoot at us.
Yeah, this is actually something I was talking about, or tried to talk about in the LGS cast when we did it, because we were doing a listen and we were watching them. When you're on like a really fucking like monka shake spot like this, and this is not a good spot until like late game because of how many angles are exposed to almost about everybody. Like there isn't a single spot in this next circle, maybe like inside one of the bins, I don't know. But for the most part, most of these spots that you try to hide, somebody will have an angle on you, which is why it's not all that great. The high ground is good for anyone, obviously, that's underneath you or near the area. But to anybody else that's not in the immediate vicinity, it's a very bad spot. So, I remember watching this while casting it, thinking to myself before Lou even said it. I remember thinking to myself, like, they just need to kind of lay low. I know they don't prefer to do that. But I was thinking to myself, they need to lay low, just chill, just like wait for the circle to close, and then they're gonna be good. I think agitating people here is a very bad. Like you don't always just want to shoot at everything you can. When you're rotating and you're not in the best spot possible, sometimes you just need. The better play is to just chill. Don't shoot anybody. Don't let people know you are where you are. Because not only is he learning the team he's shooting at, he's learning every other team around them. So
Start setting up fences and shit. I think we're
Getting
fine.
over here. 47 on that guy.
but like the biggest thing is like not necessarily, obviously if they're gonna be setting up fences, people are gonna know they're there. The biggest thing is you don't want to piss another team off. If you're putting a lot of shots, if you put shots on any team, so let's take a look at let's just do some simple theory crafting here. Actually, you know what, it'll be better if we do it on the actual Apex Legends interactive map. Yes. So this is the situation they're in. Circle is something like this. Not that sharp. Circle is something like this. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Work with it. So they're pretty much right here, and you see Monsoon, for example. He's shooting at a team that's on this right here. So the reason something like this is kind of like sometimes you don't want to do it is This team right here, every team in this circle has their own little thing of what they want to do, their own little game plan of what's coming next. This team up here, you saw as Lou was looking at them, was shooting at teams over here. So their main focus is some team over here. They want to grab spots over here. Because if you remember, the circle actually brought in green. I don't have green as my quick color palette, so we'll make it red. The end circle is some bullshit like this. It's like that. So everybody at this point knows that it's going to end out here. Monsoon is shooting at this team. Sometimes you don't want to shoot teams that are going to be rotating ahead of you. You want to kind of embody that whole like hermit crab thing. I don't know how Complexity plays this. I know they don't win the game, but I don't know where they get in this game. I do know that this team, obviously, they're looking to action and make a move. Some here in the corner. So if you shoot them, all of a sudden they're now on the caution, and all of a sudden they're focused on you now. Not necessarily like they're not going to be hard focusing you, they're not going to be hard shooting at you, but because you shot at them, they know in their minds, oh shit, this team's going to be looking at us now, so maybe putting aggressing on any team in front of us might be a little bit difficult. You don't shoot at this team, they don't bat an eye towards you. Typically, they're focusing on their own game plan. If they rotate, then all of a sudden Complexity has this rotation. Complexity can actually go from here, move down here, and all of a sudden this team that was here is all of a sudden the meat of the sandwich with whatever team's over here, right? So that's why Lou, that's partly one of the reasons I'm sure Lou said, you know, don't piss anybody off, don't agitate anybody, because sometimes it's the better place to just let other teams duke it out, right? That's the second you shoot at any other team that's in the immediate vicinity of you, they're always going to keep you in the back of their mind, and that's not good, so to speak. That was Zach's team up there. They saw Complexity based on skins and knew who was up there once they rotated to it. Yup. And all of that is very small shit that actually ends up.
Hey, Mon, try not to agitate anybody, because the more people we shoot, the more people are gonna want to shoot at
This
us.
guy's in the middle of the open as well.
I'm gonna play. I'm
love
gonna
that.
play under.
Monsu goes,
That's
okay,
what
yeah. Then he goes, this guy's in the open as well, and then he starts shooting immediately. I love it.
We can also play on both of these staircases.
There's a team here. They gotta come out. This team, so they're probably gonna try and play under us.
It's a bit more of a reserve play.
Fun. We don't hold them.
Don't take
drop
too
on
much
the last
damage.
one.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing on meds? I have 2 cell, 1 bat.
I
Here.
have 12 here. I dropped you 4 right there.
I dropped you so much. We have a blue.
Yo, they're
bombing
bobbing up on us. Look at them. Look at them fighting right here. Look at them.
Yeah, somebody grab the bat.
Look at them, boys. Look at them. I'll grab the bat.
Looking.
They're hard fighting there.
Yeah,
Swerve's eating sauce.
I'm gonna pop an OT6 cell to see.
Yo, we might be able to third party. This is the best
Yeah,
spot in the
yeah,
game.
Going under. Almost cracked
So,
that.
I've
cracked
taken
him?
one-
you know this team that was in that building,
Yeah.
Right here.
they know they have to
I
go
don't
there
know
no matter
the fuck is
what.
happening, 'cause this team's so.
Be back.
Wait, so that's another team? Hold up, I'm trying to figure out what's happening too.
We're chilling. I wanna make sure North doesn't walk up on us. We're good. How many?
Because there's still one, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
I don't know, this is weird.
I'm not shooting at the team on top of the hill. How many shotgun shells do you guys have?
Do you need some?
I have none reserved.
That team's not in after this. That team's not in over there.
I hit him 110.
Yeah, there's someone near us. Under us.
It's good. We just stay up. All we have to do is wait for the teams under us to fight, and then we can drop.
Hayden, thank you for the follow.
Yep.
Just do not overpeak on the stairs.
I know. I almost knocked one down there. They have shit fucking armor. They have white armor, blue armor, and I almost knocked
If
one
we
of
go
them.
down, we're gonna get 30.
I know.
This team's already looking.
Okay.
This team's not in either. So they
Yeah,
have
I
to
know.
go to.
I saw a bubble.
I just cracked one.
I cracked one too.
Give me.
Come back up.
Yeah, my crack baby.
Pop me back. So the Jimmy under us is literally 1 health. I hit him for 80 flesh.
Where's this team to our left?
They're safe. What's up?
Oh, they are.
Under us right here. Hit 150. One HP.
One knocked right here.
There was a lot of kill points
They're
here.
on flash right there. I got a kill.
Senox is dead. Can we drop and fight the 2 down on under us?
I'm down.
All right, I'm gonna drop on this side.
I'm
Drop. Come, commit with me, boys.
I'm with you.
Big.
Okay, go back up.
Big
go
calls.
Back up.
Get back up. Right here.
What is this team doing?
I cracked one under. They're super weak under there.
I'm gonna look for the pick.
It was 1 gig, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking for the pick here. Careful. Don't over-
They have new gen.
They
Come
forced
back,
down.
come back.
They forced
Come
down.
back.
I'm good. I'm gonna look for a different gun. I'm dropping
Yeah,
the card.
I'm looking for fucking heavy ammo.
Good. Yo, somebody drop me.
He actually just went through like 300 heavy
I'm gonna
rounds
dome
so
this.
fast.
Oh, did you take the skull?
No, we need a
Yo,
dome. We need
yo.
No, we need dome.
I'll have
Ooh,
the
look
dome
at
in time. I have gold helmet. We're good. No worries. Any heavy? You guys? How much heavy do you guys have?
Dome. I have here. Drop 57 right here.
Alright, cool.
Are they still in this? Yeah, they are. They're running. One's at 47. One's crack on Watson.
Dude, Watson's wingman. I mean, I'm not even watching him, but
One is here,
Watson's
one of them.
wingman
Yep.
has
On me,
turned
on me,
rather
behind me in
nuts.
this corner.
That doesn't surprise me.
Got him. It's a solo.
Nice.
Take the
Wait
spot.
for bubble.
They're getting shit on. They're getting shit on. I'm ulting them. I'm ulting them now.
Get this fence off for me. Get this fence off for me.
You said that so aggressively.
Caramel, that's. Yep.
I'm taking.
Dome. Yeah. Take.
Where are we going, Lon?
We can maybe go inside.
I had to dome.
Okay. Take roof.
Take roof from them.
Yup.
We can shit on this
No
team
dome.
outside.
I mean, they need the dome to push that a little bit, but now it sucks that they don't have a
They
dome.
tried to climb up. He tried to come up. We need to fight this team.
Crack the Watson below and bubble.
I need to pop a bat.
On me. What?
Wow, what a shot.
I'm dead.
Hell, dude.
Come back to me.
Play your life, bro.
That's so unlucky. That was a really nice shot.
On me, self-pressing. There's two here, hits here. Nice, one more, he's on top of you. Get inside, bro. He's on your roof, dog.
There's one on the roof.
Nice try. Nice
Fifth
got
with
fifth.
13 kills.
Fifth
I don't
with
care.
13.
That's good, bro.
Yeah.
That, how many points
Let's
is that?
fucking go.
I mean,
That's 4 plus. That's 17 points.
That's good.
13 kills. I mean, that's more than a first place one at you right there. Like, I think Complexity is absolutely giving a little bit of merit, like, to this kill strat.
Good job, guys. We could have fucking done better, but
Shit, baby. No, 100% we could have done better.
Definitely, like, after watching, like,
Honestly.
they certainly got a little bit unlucky with finding teams on the edge as well.
Rather than win the first game and do nothing.
Hold on, I want to actually look at this.
I would rather play consistent the entire tournament. Do well every game.
We couldn't push that far.
I did. I don't know, dude. Zach was not in the bubble when he killed me. I don't know how he killed me. I was crouching. I was crouching in the bubble, and he killed me.
Like
Finals.
in the bubble that they
I want to take a look at
Yes.
this.
He was on the roof, dog.
Zach definitely had a good shot on him. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Like, I don't. At least in NA, I haven't seen a team do something like. I'll be honest. Like, I saw Complexity obviously fragging out in the kill feed a lot when I was casting. I didn't pay too much attention to them. But I remember like never really seeing them in endgame, so I didn't think they did all that well. But all of a sudden they were 4th, right? And they were actually really fucking close too. Like, look at this. They were within 10 points of first place. 8 if you want to be specific. And that's pretty crazy. You know, 11th, 15th, 9th. Their best placement was 4th, and they were 4th place. That gives a lot of credence to something like this. But at the same time, I don't think there's a lot of teams that can do this. There are very, very, very few teams that can play the way Complexity does, and still come out on top. Now, I do think they had a bit of some communication errors in some of the games earlier. Like a lot of these games, like this one right here, I think they had a bit of a communication error on the bubble as they were dropping down. Not rather a communication error, but more so like a lapse in communication. They just didn't say anything. No one communicated what was safe. Game 2, something a little bit similar. Like the communications just weren't there. Like their comms are really fucking good, but a lot of these games that they kind of lost early or probably didn't get the desired placement literally happened just because of a lapse of communication. So it just goes to show like their playstyle and how comm intensive it is and how much they trust each other. Yeah, absolutely, Heebly. Or Heebly, I mean knocked. But in terms of like this fight,
I was not in the bubble when he killed me. I don't
let's
know
take a look
how
at
he
actually.
killed me.
Let's go back and take a look at the actual fight.
I was crouching.
4 plus. That's
Take roof.
So right away, the bubble is like, it's tough to be like, yeah, you kind of wasted the bubble. The bubble seems like a bit of a waste because obviously they don't really ever use it. However,
I had to dome.
the bubble does kind of scare the team off. It does give them the roof, the ability to play the roof. I don't think they get this roof without bubbling here, unfortunately. But again, on the flip side, it's it's tough now because they have to play this roof and they don't have their own bubble to work with.
Take roof from them.
Yup.
We can shoot on this team outside.
I'm plotting one cell. Look here as well.
They try to climb up. He tried to come up. We need to fight the team.
Crack the Watson below. In bubble.
I need to pop a bat. I need to pop a bat.
On me. AFK,
What?
back up, back up.
That was I mean, that was also just like Zach did some
He
work
tried to
right
climb
there.
up. He tried to come up. We need to
Cannot
fight
lie.
the team.
Gotta give credit where it's due.
I need to
Zach
pop
did
a
some
bat. I
really
need to
good
pop a
work.
bat.
On me. AFK, back
That was a really good fadeaway. Like, it was smart of Lou. Like, I probably would have done the same thing. I would have tried to use that bubble for the extra, for the, obviously the cover and the extra speed on the res, and that was a really good fadeaway shot by Zach.
Hell, dude.
Them not having bubble there kind of fucked him, but that's just one of those things that is a tad bit unlucky.
There's two here. There's two bits here. Nice. One more.
They push inside. Yeah,
Inside, get inside.
Wait, look. Come up.
that's it's tough to say that though. Like, we don't know that for sure, right? Yes. So like the difference here, what they could have
Where are we
done.
going, Lon?
It's tough to say like, yeah, just push inside, and the reason is because of this team that's up on the roof. This team up on the roof can easily, that's an opening for this team on the roof to come in and just sweep in. Like, if they go in here and they start killing the team in here, even if they do a full clean sweep, this team that's on the roof might take that advantage to come in and just clean up what's
I had
left.
the dome. I had the dome. Take roof. Take roof. Take roof.
Playing inside was a potential option. It's not a bad idea, but we can't safely say, oh, they should have just played inside, right? Because we don't know. PK, yeah. I mean, the other team, Zach had PK. Got a really good fadeaway shot on
They
Lou,
try to climb up. He tried to come up. We need
and
to fight the team.
subsequently killing Mon as well.
I need to pop a bat. I need to pop a bat.
On me. AFK, back up.
Like, if I'm Lou right here, I'm thinking that Zach completely jumped out of the bubble, but obviously Zach
They try to climb up. They try to
re-entered
come up. We need to
on
fight
his
the
way
team.
down. That's just that's a
I need to
tough
pop a bat.
loss.
I need to pop a bat.
Tough loss. I mean, this game in general is a fucking nuts game, right? It's what, 5th place, 13 kills. Yeah, 5th place, 13 kills. That's a nuts game still. That's 17 points. That's more than almost anyone out there. Like, let's see. What's the best game here? So this is HRN. First place is 12 points, so HRN takes a 12-point game. Solafide takes a not as many point game. I can't do math right now. I am a little tired, but I think these two games right here are honestly really fucking solid. I think the reason Complexity didn't do better was just these two. I mean, actually, this is still a solid game. This is 9 points. Not what if you're trying to win the tournament, 9-point average is a little bit low. So actually, but it's still really fucking good. So actually, if anything, actually first and third game are their big problems right here. But again, I think Complexity is certainly giving some credence to just go for fucking kills. There is a little bit of unfortunate stuff, or the unfortunate side effect of this strategy is sometimes just not being able to find the teams. If a lot of teams are rotating very early, it might be tough to find those teams on the edge, which I think you saw in a couple of these. Like that team, for example, dropping Refinery was a free 3 points for Complexity, but that team wasn't always dropping Refinery. Definitely a lot of small things. The Complexity playing this playstyle is certainly basically at risk of how every other team, whether or not they're rotating early. But again, it works for them. I can't sit here and recommend this strategy for everybody else because I don't think in this entire NA lobby right here, I don't think there's a better team at hard 3v3 than Complexity. This type of strategy will only work for one team in every lobby, and that's the team that's the best at 3v3 fighting. So I don't see it working for any other team. But that's awesome. I personally, you'd love to see a team that can do a strategy like that can stand out with their own particular playstyle. I think Sentinels comes close, but I don't think Sentinels would be as good at it. It's tough to VOD review a team like this because their sole purpose is find the teams on the outside of the circle and push them. That's it. You know, there isn't like a set strategy that a lot of other teams have, you know, hitting certain buildings, beacons, taking certain spots in certain circles. But I mean, it's still a fun one nonetheless. I mean, it's always fun, I think, to watch. I think for the viewers, it's really fun to watch a team that frags out as hard as this. And it's nice to have like different teams playing differently in general. I think anytime you can welcome a team's different playstyle in a tournament like this is awesome, because it just adds more flavor, it adds more personality to the tournament and more storylines. I think Complexity, they continue putting up plays like this, they're certainly going to become a fan favorite team, Just because, let's be real, who doesn't want to see a team W-king everybody in fucking lobbies? Some of the best lobbies too. Like, this is a strong lobby. Very strong lobby, and they're able to get away with what they did. So, hats off to them. Again, not many teams can pull it off. But, that'll probably conclude it. Good shit. That was fun to watch.